Jointly.
Yeah.
Good breaks.
That's right.
Yeah.
These are good. Yeah.
Joint.
There's certain things that are going
I made the ultimate sacrifice, and now I get my money back.
Hey, but I did even better than him.
What?
I got married on December the 30th.
Oh, wow. You didn't have to wait it
So
out.
remember,
You got the whole year,
filing
right?
joint, yeah.
You got to wait the whole year.
Bingo.
Well, boys, I hope you had a good New Year's. I am Harry the Minion Nostrant, joined by the best crew in the world, at least in Statesville today.
Shrunk down the world a whole lot there.
Joined by my good buds and cohorts, Brian the Professor Suarez, the Commander, Bryson Davis on the board, and to my left, my trusty steed, Mark Big Mac Covert. Go.
No Big Steve.
No Big Steve.
I'll take Steve today. He's back to school.
Big Steve.
He did text me to remind me that he picked Ole Miss to win.
Yes, he did. We'll talk about that, and we'll give him his just due. But
Did he bring Chick-fil-A either time he was here?
No.
So, by the way, true.
hang on.
He's not allowed to come back.
talking.
He's not allowed to come
Let's
back.
say,
to the show.
by the way, really quick before we get into anything else, Harry, congratulations on your division championship. Well earned. With the Patriots, yes.
Sure.
Well earned, yeah. Brian.
Dang.
Brian.
That's right.
Division champion.
Oh, hey.
Finding a way. Yeah. Steelers, again, winning the way. And Bryson.
And then Commanders not in the playoffs.
Seventh pick in the draft, baby. Come on with it.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, it's good to be here.
You get a participation trophy.
Look, I feel like
not
my
even
son. What did we participate in? I mean,
Drudging.
hey,
More than the Jets.
hey, look, I feel like myself again because we're so horrible. It just feels normal, and I like it. I like
Bryson,
it.
I don't
It's
know
comfortable.
I don't know if you remember me telling you last year after the great season that Jaden Daniels, the Commanders, had.
Yeah,
I mentioned about year 2 of a previous quarterback.
yeah,
And that all things seem to go back to the way they're supposed to eventually.
sure. Unless you're Drake May, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still time.
But there's, as I say,
Sure.
give it time.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know that. I don't think that'll happen to him. But you're right.
So, okay, if you want to go that route, you're actually right. In year 2, things went back to the way they were supposed to, and we are dominating the AFC East again. So, I guess you're right.
Year 2 is just a year, I guess.
But no, this should have been expected. I mean,
Yeah,
like I said,
and it was.
the prophet, Harry,
Yeah.
told you.
Well, look, as a lifelong Washington fan, I knew, you didn't have to tell me anything. This was not normal. Last year was not normal. This year is normal, and so here we are, 7th pick in the draft. Next year is going to be our year. Yeah.
Watch.
Boy, you sound like a Cowboys fan. That's rough.
Don't say that. Watch your mouth.
But we'll get into that here in a little bit. We got the NFL to talk about. Before we get too deep into that, we're going to start the show, as always, with birthdays, trivia, interesting facts. Brian?
And man, Harry, I got some good birthdays for you. Mark, you're gonna love this, okay?
Oh, boy.
We're gonna talk about something he mentioned off the air in just a minute. Okay? Yeah. All right, so let's start off with Lou Holtz. Birthday, Lou Holtz.
Okay.
Yes.
Football
You know who he
coach.
is?
Yes.
Football coach.
Old
All
ball
right.
coach.
And then how about quarterback Jameis Winston?
Yeah. Quarterback.
J-Mo.
Famous Jameis.
J-Mo.
All right,
Hey.
so
You ever eaten that dub?
just so
Eddie Crablow.
y'all out there can talk about this and know what we're talking about. Harry was talking about the FCS game last night and how they weren't playing big boy football.
I said there's just a difference between big boy football.
Hold on
and
a
not.
second. So then Mark said, hey, but where'd Jerry Rice play college football? Mississippi Valley State, right? All right, Harry, I got a couple birthdays for you, and I want you to figure out where these boys played their big boy football. So let's start off with another birthday today is Howie Long. Where do you think Howie played big boy football?
That's why he brought up Howie Long.
Didn't he play UVA?
Nope. Has a V in it, yeah. But not. And there's
Villanova.
an A in
Let's
it.
say
Yeah, he played
spoilers.
big boy football at Villanova.
Okay.
All right, so then you know who Charles Haley is? Probably one of the best defensive linemen in NFL history, right?
5 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah. You know where you want to fathom a guess where Charles Haley played his big boy football, according to you?
He's giving you a run right now, dude. You just might as well embrace it at this point.
Hold on.
Just embrace that.
And this is going to sound awful because they're not even the same, but it was either ECU or JMU. I can't remember which.
James Madison, you are correct.
Before
they were in the big boy football.
Exactly.
bracket. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All right, so that's all I got for birthdays, but we got some events which will lead us to our trivia.
All right, what you got?
All right, so on this day in 1976, Ted Turner buys the Atlanta Braves for a reported $12 million. And he put them on TBS, so on the Superstation, you could watch every single game all across the country.
I like it.
On this day in 1980, the Philadelphia Flyers' 35-game unbeaten streak ended. They went 25-0-10. I believe that's the longest unbeaten streak in professional sports history.
Does your woman know
in America
that they had that streak at one point in life?
Maybe.
Probably not.
It's not relevant now.
Yeah.
So also, boys, here we go. This is what's going to be trivia. So in 1951, the longest game in NBA history was played, a 6 overtime game. The Indianapolis Olympians beat the Rochester Royals, and get this score, 6 overtimes.
It was probably like 170 to...
No. 75-73.
What year was it?
1951.
No three-pointer.
Yeah,
All right, so here we go. Let's go with trivia. Can you tell me what is the longest game in NFL history? Time-wise here.
Like you want
playing time.
Okay.
Not actual time. But
so you don't want the game itself, like who was in it. You want to know what time, how much time
if you
it
can
was.
tell me who was in this game, yeah, I'll give you a bonus.
Well, we'll take a stab at it here, just to say Panthers-Rams.
I thought it was a Patriots-Colts game.
I feel like it'd have to be in the
it's
playoffs.
older than that. I feel like
It'd have to be in the playoffs. Because, there's been tons
Playoffs,
of games.
yeah, that's true.
It'd have to be
it is a
tons of
playoff
games that have ended in a tie in the regular
It was
season.
a playoff game.
Or at the buzzer.
Was it a title game?
Nope, not a title game, but it's a playoff game.
Oh.
I'm going to stick with it.
This game actually was played
whoa.
on Christmas Day.
Oh. I'm wrong then.
Was it the undefeated Dolphins team in 72 or 71, whatever it was?
They were undefeated in 72, but
72.
it was not that year.
It was the year before because they played the Chiefs. Was it?
That's the one. It's 71. It's the Dolphins Chiefs.
71. Dolphins Chiefs. What game is that?
1971 AFC Divisional
Put your phone
Divisional game.
I don't put your phone down.
Miami 27, Kansas City 24. 82 minutes and 10 seconds.
There's no way.
Martin, Harry, did you cheat?
I know.
No way.
The fact that he knew it is more impressive to me.
Also, no way. The phone's right there, too.
No,
I don't believe anything.
No. I'm not on Google.
I mean, I am, but I'm looking up flights.
All right, quick. Next up.
Wow.
What is the longest game in MLB history?
That was just this year, wasn't it? Dodgers and
No.
Are we talking time or innings or what?
Innings.
No idea.
I think this is an old game.
It's not the Dodgers Sox a couple years ago or a few years ago?
No.
I'm gonna say.
Actually, what's funny about this that you say that is actually the Dodgers were involved in this game.
It was like 22 innings.
Brooklyn Dodgers. They were in Brooklyn. Was this in the 20s? It had to be old. This has to be 20s
Your
or 30s.
acting is god awful.
What are you talking about?
What?
Is it early 1900s? Can you
Yeah.
give us a decade?
It's
early
his acting.
1900s.
It's god
Early
awful.
1900s.
Brian fed him answers.
No, I don't have anything.
His acting's worse. His acting's worse.
Over here smiling.
Bryson, you gotta get better, buddy. You gotta get better.
1920. Boston Braves in the Brooklyn Robins, who later became the Dodgers.
They were Brooklyn, right?
26 innings. All right, I'll give you the one. All right, NHL.
I don't know baseball.
All right, listen up. NHL.
I don't have this one. Look.
You ain't slick either.
March 21st. No, actually, I didn't give him that.
I had no idea.
All right, listen. NHL is March 24th, 1936. Detroit Red Wings 1, Montreal Maroons 0, 6 overtime.
Did you see Montreal Maroons?
Yes.
Morons.
That's what I was going to say.
176 minutes and 30 seconds of play.
The Michelob Moore.
All right, here's the other trivia
Exactly
question.
what I was going to
Here's
guess.
the other trivia.
I'm sure you were.
Hey, here's the other.
You know,
trivia
I was
question.
giving you some. Hold up, I was giving you some credit. I was sitting there going like, "Dang, he did good."
Hey, if you're gonna
Hey,
want
My Football Life, you should
if
watch it. It's a
if
great
you
show.
want to be on TV, you got to get your acting chops up there, bud.
No,
It's
I'm
kinda
not going to Hollywood.
All right. Hey, here's the next
If we weren't
question.
on TV, since we're only on the radio, it means it's fine. Nobody would ever know.
They would never know.
So here's the next question. Here's the next trivia question. So John Harbaugh got fired today by the Baltimore Ravens. All right. He is the third coach in Baltimore Ravens history. Can you name the other two?
Brian Billick.
Yep. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, because there were Baltimore Colts before. I forgot. I was
No.
like,
No, they weren't.
Those records belong to the Indianapolis
That was
Colts.
Let me rephrase that. There was the Baltimore Colts before that.
Right, but they don't have those records.
I know. So the only other coach.
It's kind of like the Pelicans.
It was the first one. What was the guy you named?
Brian Billick.
Brian Billick.
Yeah.
He was number 2, right?
He was number 2.
Yeah.
I
can't
can't
remember the first
I don't know who the first one is.
Actually, what's funny about this is he was a former Baltimore Colts coach prior to coming to the Ravens. Is a man named Ted Marchabroda.
Yeah.
Mark, if I'd answered that, you'd have been like, put your phone down.
Stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that would have.
All right, that's all I got, boys.
I have one really quick. See if Harry can get this one. It's actually not sports related to start.
Zion Williamson.
Would anyone like to tell me when jet airplanes were first invented?
Okay, so
1962.
define jet.
No.
Like jet propulsion?
I guess.
And when they were first invented?
This is not super descriptive. I have jet airplanes. So yeah, I'd say jets.
I'm going to say 1951.
I'd say it's in the early 50s. It was after World War II.
It was actually 1939.
So, okay, I think they were invented before because the Germans were using them in World War II.
Just not implemented as much
as commercial.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The Germans were using them.
that is all to say that they were invented in 1939. The interception first became a stat in 1932.
You're such a liar. Now I know you're lying. Because Brett Favre didn't play in 1932.
I assume we all know at this point, the New York Jets became the first team in NFL history to not record a single interception this year. Okay, very bad, very, very bad. That means
How many
there wasn't a single bad throw that a quarterback made against them that they were able to pluck out of the air with their hands and get something.
Did they not get rid of Sauce Gardner?
They did. We'll get to him in later on down the outline. But that's all to say. That stat, INTs began in 1932, and jet airplanes were invented in 1939, meaning the Jets have accomplished a feat so embarrassing that it predates their own mascot.
Wow.
Actual Jets.
That's funny. I also have a trivia question.
All right.
It's just one. It's easy. All right. There have only, in NFL
It's a
history...
Patriots question, so buckle up.
Yeah.
I was looking to see if you texted me the answer.
No.
Dang it.
In NFL history, there are only 2 quarterbacks.
Why Tittle from the 50s, right?
Huh? Yeah. That's who it was.
And Johnny
Fran
Unitas was
Tarkenton.
the other.
And Johnny Manziel, is that what you said?
Johnny Unitas.
No.
Fran Tarkenton.
All right. In NFL history, there are only 2 quarterbacks that have won 14-plus games in back-to-back seasons.
How many quarterbacks? Sorry. What?
2 quarterbacks in NFL history have won 14 or more games in back-to-back seasons.
So Tom's one of them.
He's right.
Tom Brady's got it. Yeah.
Oh, I saw this. Hang on.
14 wins.
In back-to-back seasons.
In consecutive seasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Counting the playoffs or just regular season?
Regular season.
Okay.
See, I came prepared. I actually had an answer for your clarification.
That's a new one.
New year, new me, guys.
Yes, it's Sam Darnold.
Bingo.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold and Tom Brady, the only 2 quarterbacks in NFL history to win 14-plus games in back-to-back seasons. Ooh. This is for me to come out and say, congratulations, Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
I think
the
rejuvenation of his career, which is funny. People go to Carolina, they leave, they do bad. Baker Mayfield. I mean,
no, don't tell Baker that this year.
Well, he did not play bad,
but he's still better than the quarterback we have, right?
That is correct,
right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Who else has left and done better? I think the only one that truly left and didn't do better was Jimmy Clausen.
Jake Delhomme.
Well, he retired.
No, he played for the Browns.
After?
Yep.
See, that's how bad it was. I forgot. Anyway, yes, Sam Darnold and
Cam didn't do better when he left.
Yeah, he even came back and still didn't do better. There's a massive difference, Matt. They started in Carolina, starting in Carolina and coming here to humble yourself after you've been with a team.
And then
going somewhere.
Okay. More clarification there.
Yeah. Anyway, good job, Mark. You did well.
He's good at clarifying things, isn't he?
No. I'm just saying that's the point.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right.
On to the Pick'em standings.
All right, here we go. Pick'em standings. Last week, Mark and I were 4-4. Harry, you and Bryson were 3-5. So that puts me at 88-53 for a 624 winning percentage.
Mark's pulling away from me.
Is at 93-46 at 669. Bryson is 81-48, 627. Bryson, I'm catching you, buddy. Harry's at 85-44, 659. So Mark's pulling away from you just a little bit.
A little bit at a time. creating a little separation.
All right,
Who did I pick that you didn't?
This week I picked the Ravens to beat the Steelers.
Did you pick Baltimore?
I did.
Yeah, he did.
I think I did too.
I think so. I got it over there. I don't remember.
I'm sorry, dude. Without Metcalf and TJ Watt potentially, I mean,
should have known there was going to be a priest with holy water. What am I supposed to tell you?
Well, that's true. I figured it'd be ketchup, but
not anymore.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. After the picks, let's talk about first round college playoff games.
Second round
games. I'm sorry. Let's start off with Miami 24, Ohio State 14.
Okay, so Ohio State today.
Harry made Miami mad.
Yeah,
I was the only person to pick them to win the game.
Yeah, but Harry made them mad 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he did.
Ohio State set the tone for what was going to be. Well, let me rephrase that. They didn't set the tone because the tone had been set in the previous year. A week or a break off and getting that first round bye is not necessarily a blessing.
Which we're going to talk about that in a minute.
My God, and I got to tell you, how many teams got shut out in the first half of playoff games this week? This round? Because it was like 3
in the first half.
Alabama got shut out in the first half. Ohio State got shut out.
Obviously, Texas Tech got shut out.
Yeah, so Texas Tech.
Yeah, they said, why do the first half? We just do both.
Yeah, Texas Tech, Ohio State, Alabama, all shut out in the first half. Anyway, long story short, Miami came out and played much better than Ohio State in every facet of the game.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, and I know I briefly talked about it last week, with Ryan Day taking over the offensive play calling for that game, I feel like you could see a little bit of difference in that Ohio State offense.
Sir.
And I think it truly had an effect, but take that out of the equation. Miami just outplayed Ohio State in every facet of the game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were physical. They were on point. They were on time, as you like to talk about. Yeah. They just didn't hurt themselves. And the defense is playing very good football right now. I mean, really good football. Mm-hmm. So defense led the way for them. They did everything they had to do. Carson Beck did everything he had to do, which oddly enough wasn't a lot. But yeah, Miami right now is playing really good football, and in consecutive weeks, again, the defense has led the way for them.
They're playing good complementary football.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down to right now for Miami. They're going out there. The defense is handling its business, being physical. They're being the aggressor at the point of attack. Yep. And the offense feeds off of that. To Harry's point, they're not doing anything crazy offensively. They're not reinventing the wheel. They're not going out there and just absolutely blowing everyone out of the water from an offensive standpoint. But what they're doing is allowing their defense to play the best version of football that they can and be the best version of themselves. I mean, that's where Miami has to live and die going on through the rest of the playoffs.
Offense just has to keep doing what it's been doing.
Correct.
Right? I mean, all right, next up was Oregon 23, Texas Tech 0. I did not watch this game, but I pretty much listened to the whole game. Texas Tech had nothing for Oregon. And here's the thing. Okay, so let me say this. Remember, last week we talked about this was kind of a step up for Texas Tech, right? Mm-hmm. The quality of players and play from Oregon was a step up. Showed. Now, the other thing in that game that I thought was kind of interesting is Oregon struggled on offense big time. So they moved, and I think that's going to make a difference. That's going to matter this week.
So they moved the ball, but they didn't finish a lot. And then that was their thing. I mean, they had a lot of yards. If you look at total yards, they did. I mean, yeah, Oregon moved the ball a lot.
Between the 20s.
Yeah, they had issues converting on third and fourth downs that they went for. And just, again, punching the ball in. I mean, they scored 3 points, which was all they needed to score.
Yeah, that's true. But what I'm looking at
it could have been a million times worse. But Texas Tech defensively, especially like in the first half, they bowed up a lot when they had to. Down inside the red zone, a couple of different fourth down stops. Like they had to. But to Dan Lanning's credit, and it goes throughout the entire team, it's about being aggressive. I mean, there were several times where he's going for it on fourth down.
Right off the bat early.
And you're in field goal range on a lot of these occasions, and they're still going for it. Why? Because at this point in the year, you can't play conservatively. You can't play to not lose.
Yeah.
And you're not going to win always kicking field goals.
Correct. Well, and you have to understand that.
Especially with an offense, but especially with an offense like Texas Tech. I mean, we talked about it. Yeah. They're essentially number 1 and number 2 in big plays offensively.
Right.
And I got to tell you, Texas Tech's defense is what people talk about as well. I mean, they're one of the better defensive teams in the country.
And they were fantastic.
At times.
I don't know. I don't even know if they were fantastic.
But again, I mean, think about it. Oregon punches a touchdown on the board, within a minute left of the game ending.
Yeah.
It makes it 23-0.
Yeah.
At that point, it's a 16-0 game.
But here's what I'll tell you. They were bend but don't break, but they could have I think Oregon helped them keep that game as close as it did, as much as Texas Tech did to keep it as close as they did.
Well, but the point in that being, Oregon was turning the football over. Oh, sorry, Oregon was getting turnovers like crazy.
Yeah,
from the second quarter on, they were ball hawks. Freshman corner has 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery.
Yep.
So they were everywhere defensively, and they were setting up short fields. Texas Tech, again, those sudden change opportunities. Texas Tech was winning those. Against Oregon's offense, Texas Tech defensively was winning those. The problem is you can only go out there so many times in a short field position, and eventually it's going to just break. The dam is going to break.
Well, then, if you look at the time of possession, the amount of plays run, it just
turnovers.
Yeah, the story of the game, again, not to beat a drum about defense, but Oregon's defense is what really
swarmed.
And I mean,
swarmed.
They talked about it during the broadcast. Oregon had heard all week about how physical Texas Tech is and how they were going to get pushed around in the line on the lines and all that. And Oregon came out and just absolutely made a statement of their own.
Shut the door.
Yeah, and there was many times where Texas Tech had an opportunity. I mean, they had one big play. You take away one big play from Texas Tech, I think it was in the second quarter.
And there's nothing.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything.
Nothing.
They had 215 yards of total offense.
Yeah.
And the one drive that they actually got down inside the red zone ends in an interception.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, someone needs to check that quarterback from Texas Tech's PayPal, Venmo, something.
All right.
Next Kalshi account, I don't know.
Why?
He was throwing the game.
Next up.
Oh, well, he doesn't have to worry about that anymore because they brought in Sorsby.
Yep.
Gave him $5 million to do basically the same
Aaron
thing.
Morton is the quarterback for Texas Tech.
Was.
Yeah. All right, next up, Indiana 38, Alabama 3. This was just a beatdown. Listen to the offensive totals. Indiana 407 yards of offense. Alabama 193. And then here's the other thing. Alabama was 3 for 13 on third and fourth downs. Just an absolute beat down by Indiana, who I think is right now playing the best football.
17-0 at halftime. Game was over.
Yeah.
It may as well have been 38-0.
Yeah.
Honestly.
100%. And again,
defense.
And the number one defense in the country, which belongs to the Hoosiers. Right. And I got to tell you, Kurt Cignetti's done a wonderful job with that squad. I'm talking about the defense specifically. I mean, Indiana as a whole is easily the best team in the country right now. But the defensive squad for that side of the football is absolutely unreal. I mean, they are physical. They are smart. They don't penalize. They don't get penalized. They don't do dumb things. I mean, it just listen. They were the epitome of find a way to beat us. Like we are not gonna give you a way to beat us. You got to find a way. And Alabama just didn't have any of the tools to do that. So going to the other side of the ball, Fernando Mendoza just. I mean, he's the Heisman. He's the Heisman for a reason. He looked sharp. He made some great throws. It's funny. You mentioned complimentary football. I think Indiana probably plays the most complimentary football at a high level.
Well, they're the most complete team in the country.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like team-wise.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are the most complete team in the country. And I think realistically it also starts with those running backs Indiana has. I mean, they're bulldozers. And they're guys that once they get to the second level, they have the straight line speed to bust one. So, I mean, this is an offense that cannot just attack you multiple different ways, but they've got guys at multiple positions that can do so many different things that'll just put you in a blender, and you have no idea what happens. By the time there's 14 on your head, and you have no idea what happened.
Well, and their receiving core is really good, too.
That's what I'm saying. There's multiple positions. There's position groups that are great because they've got guys within them, not just one or two dudes. They got multiple guys.
All right, next up.
Go ahead. Real quick, and I cannot remember his name right now, but their best wide receiver is like a Julian Edelman type guy.
Becker.
Right? Becker.
Yeah, I mean, straight out of the slot, man.
I mean that's the type of one thing I've always really admired about some teams that, yes, obviously we've seen some squads like Alabama and their wide receivers, and some other teams that have some just bona fide number one wide receivers. I feel like Indiana has. Obviously, they have a number one, but he's not like if you look at him and he doesn't look the part of a number one.
What's his name? It's not Suarez or something like that.
Yeah, it is. But they just these guys, you can throw your best corner at one of them, and the other two can step up very easily. They will. And I mean, again, I just a lot of respect for that because some of these guys, again, when they come out and get recruited, they don't look the part, but they fill the role beautifully.
All right,
but again, playing as a team, Mendoza finds those guys.
All right, we're talking about Charlie Becker.
Yep.
Elijah Surratt.
Yep.
And the other guy's Omar Cooper Jr.
Yeah. And Omar Cooper may have had the catch of the year against Penn State.
Yeah.
To win the game.
Yep.
So, I mean, like, again, 3 guys that can do so many different things that you have to account for all of them. Good luck, man.
All right, last game, Ole Miss 39, Georgia 34. Guys, actually, this game I watched.
The longest second
until like maybe
time.
the third quarter, and then went to bed, and they got up in the morning going, oh,
they
my
were still
God.
playing.
They actually won.
They were still playing because the refs wouldn't let them stop.
I was like, whoa, I should have stayed up.
Because they called a safety, too, and I don't know why. The ball never went into the end zone.
It hit the pylon.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it went out in front of the pylon.
It hit the pylon with a second left. And it's like, dude, just call the game.
So, anyway, I think Mississippi scored 10 in the fourth quarter to come back.
Ole Miss exercised some demons. Finally, Kirby's team was the one who gave up a fourth quarter lead. You can't say enough about what Ole Miss has done here. Again, all of the turnover that they've had, all the media just swirling between Baton Rouge and Oxford, Mississippi, obviously with Lane Kiffin heading out the door and going to take over LSU. All of that stuff going on in the middle of a national championship hunt. These kids have responded in the way that they did. Exercise the demons against Georgia. They lose, what was it, a 10-point lead in Athens earlier this year?
Yes.
So they go on the road, neutral site. You find a way to get a win there. Man, it's incredible. It's incredible to watch what they're doing. And Trinidad Chambliss is starting to make some noise all of a sudden.
Watching him on that one play, you know the play?
Yes. Rolls out, comes back to the other side.
All I can think of was Johnny Manziel.
In college.
Yeah, in college. But, I mean, it just totally gave me that vibe.
There's a certain element to him. Now, you got to understand, 2-time national champion at Ferris State, who, by the way, won again this year at the Division II level, right?
Big boy football.
Hey. I mean, bigger than it's paying here. So he comes up.
Right.
Dude's a winner. Yeah. Like, dude's a winner. And there's a lot that you can do on the field to find success. But if you're just got that it factor, there it is, where you can win and you find ways to win, that's what Trinidad Chambliss is to me.
I agree. And he wasn't even the starting quarterback at the beginning of the year. It was Austin Simmons who got hurt.
And they had a conversation in the middle of the game against Georgia, right, where they said, like, their offensive coordinator came in the door the first week that he was starting, and they're like, man, are you guys going to see something this week?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he was fired up because he started to figure out, we have a stud back there at quarterback all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And you see it. Just the willingness not just to not give up, but make something happen.
So here's the other thing. I think this is correct. I believe like he was definitely in the top 10 in the Heisman Trophy balloting.
Mm-hmm.
If he had been the starter from the beginning of the year, he probably would have been in the top 4.
Yeah, that's a good chance.
Probably. I mean, that was 2 games.
Yeah.
I think that he missed at the beginning of the year. It was like 2 games.
But, I think it was 2.
But still, I mean, he put himself in that position with limited play. But the other side of the coin is, and Harry and I had talked about it the night of the game.
That's what I was going to bring up.
Georgia did enough to themselves to give this football game away in the late stages.
They left that door open just enough, and Trinidad Chambliss and the Rebels busted through it and took the game. I mean, listen, Georgia, there's a couple plays and play calls, and I got to tell you, the fake punt was to me where this whole thing started to unravel. I mean,
the successful one?
No, I'm sorry, not the fake punt.
The fourth down.
The fourth down after the fake punt. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. The going forward on fourth down after that fake punt was, to me, where this all started to unravel for them. And on the play, or excuse me, the drive where Ole Miss ended up scoring the field goal to win it, there was a play on third down. It was like 3rd and 5. Was it 3rd and 5?
It was 3rd and 5.
Okay, it was 3rd and 5. The DB for Georgia got beat so badly, and I understand you got to protect the first down marker. I get that, but you cannot get beat over the top of your head. And to be fair, what was it? 0 coverage? Cover 0?
Well, I mean, it was 1-on-1. It was man-to-man to the outside.
I know, but I'm just
there was no safety.
There was nothing deep.
There was no safety on that side of the field.
Yeah, so it was aggressive, and I think that ultimately, I guess what I'm saying is I thought Georgia just really put themselves in positions to not win this game. It was almost like we've talked about in the past where you coach and play to not lose the game.
Yep.
And you lose the game.
But I think, and this is what you and I had talked about as well, I think the other side of that is I think Ole Miss went out there and won it. I mean, the second half, they were the team that was setting the tone the whole entire game. And that whole play call, again, 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium to like longish, somewhere in there. you don't throw that ball. Like, unless you are prepared to walk out with a wheelbarrow in front of you at the end of the game, you don't throw that football. You don't make that play call and tell your guy, hey, I want you to take that shot down the field because we're one-on-one to the outside in this situation. I think that was what really got me there. Was like, Ole Miss isn't going to lose because Ole Miss is determined to win.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, too, the play call itself by Weiss was gutsy.
Yes. Again, wheelbarrow.
Yeah. The second is Trinidad Chambliss made a one-of-one throw on that play.
Yep.
Because he put it just where his receiver could get it. And you got to think, it's 4-down territory for them at that point. Right. Well, actually, no, it's not 4-down territory. I'm sorry. They were not on that side of the field.
No, they're punting. They don't get that. They punt.
So they made the call. And last but not least on this game, the guy that kicked the game-winning field goal, Community School of Davidson product.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they said Cornelius. I was like, really?
Well, at first I thought Huff. I was almost texting Coach Jenkins and be like, was this one of yours?
All right. Hey, so let's go on. Now, this is something that Mark brought up, so I'm going to let Mark talk about it real quick. So far in the college football playoff in the 2 years, the bye teams are 1-7.
Actually, I brought that
Indiana
up.
Was the only win.
Or did you put this on here?
Well, I put it on there, but it was Mark brought it up in the group text, right?
I don't know.
I think so. You did? Okay, either way. 1-7.
But, I mean, it's been something that's been widely discussed. I mean, look, they were 0-4 last year. They're 1-3 this year, saved by Indiana.
Yep.
Again, of all teams, Indiana. There's obviously something there that makes a point. Now, I think what you're thinking of is what I did say in the group text, is that this all could have been avoided if we just put it to 8 teams.
Right. Or 16.
But this is going to be the catalyst.
Yeah.
To bump it to 16. And this is now going to, like, for me, this makes me want to put it to 16. Because then you're putting all 16 teams in the same ground. It is a level playing field at that point. Now, again, it's going to be 1 versus 16, which kind of sucks. But it's 1 versus 16, 2 versus 16, the whole way down.
I think you're going to be right. I think this is going to push to that. This is going to be one of the factors they're going to say.
Because they're going to say, why am I waiting? Another team gets a running start, and I'm starting cold.
Because if you think about it, so in the last 2 years, the top 8 teams have been eliminated all but 1, right?
Indiana.
In the very first game.
Again, why?
Yeah. All right, so let's move on real quick. Now, I did actually add something on here after I sent it to you. Ranked at 4 quarterbacks left. From most confidence in which one to the least.
I'll start with 4. Carson Beck.
All right.
I'm sorry. It's true.
This time it's actually fair.
I'm going. Okay, go ahead.
Carson Beck. Boy, I got to tell you, between 2 and 3 is really tough.
I don't think it is. Dante Moore's at 3.
I'm going to say Dante Moore at 3.
Yep.
And after the last performance, I'm going to go with Trinidad Chambliss at 2.
Yeah. And then your Heisman Trophy winner.
And then your Heisman Trophy winner at number 1.
I'm going to go. The only thing I'll go with y'all, I'm switching. I'm putting Beck 3.
Who you put?
Moore has been very inconsistent. The last 2 playoff games, he's not really done anything. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put Moore at number 4.
Okay.
Beck 3, and I'll go Chambliss 2 and Mendoza 1.
Okay. I
agree with y'all. I just flip flop those 2 at the end.
I mean, it's as good as Trinidad has been, and he has certainly earned that second spot there. Heisman Trophy winner is clicking right now.
And it's
All right, let's talk about the games this week. Number 1 on Thursday at 7:30 on ESPN. First up, Miami against Ole Miss.
Can we just, for a second, we got Miami, Ole Miss, Oregon, Indiana. Can we just marinate in this for a second? Like, this Final Four.
We can, yeah.
Absolute chef's kiss. There's no
This was the beautiful
Alabama.
part of the playoff.
There's no Ohio State. There's no Georgia. There's no Notre Dame. there's no Oklahoma. Sorry. Like,
that's all right.
No Clemson.
The true traditional powers. Get Miami out of here. They're not traditional power right now.
There's Ole Miss.
They're not there. They're not in this Final Four. This is beautiful.
Now,
but this was the point of the playoff.
Yes.
But now the one thing, the Big Ten will have a team in the championship game for the 3rd year in a row.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right.
And the Big Ten's going to have a 3rd straight championship. I mean, let's just go ahead and say that.
All right, so let's go back to Miami, Ole Miss. I'll jump in here first. I think, again, as I talked last week, I think Miami's been undersold, right? I think they're much better than they have been. I think the biggest thing in this game for Miami is going to be they have to control time of possession, keep Chambliss off the field. Ole Miss can't score.
Yep.
But then the other thing is you don't wear out Miami's defense because Miami does not swap out defensive linemen a whole lot. Ruben Bain and Mesadora play almost the whole time.
But the thing with that is they stay off of the field often enough to do that. Because they have been so dominant, they don't stay on the field for long drives.
Well, this is true.
A lot of the time.
You get my point, too.
No, it is true.
You know.
And again, Trinidad Chambliss has been so good. Here, these first 2 games, he's not the sole reason they won against Georgia, but you look at that fourth quarter, as masterful a performance from a quarterback in college football as you're going to see. They've been fantastic. Ole Miss, again, the turmoil that they're going through has been impressive to watch them go to work. I can't deny Miami anymore.
All right, go back to the Ole Miss. You said the turmoil.
Yep.
I believe they are only going to have, of all their assistant coaches, only Charlie Weiss Jr. is going to be there this weekend. All the rest of those guys are gone.
No.
LSU.
No,
yes. I saw that today.
They said they have the option to stay.
No, they're not there.
Well, here, I got to tell you, if they're not there now,
they're not
going to be there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Not on Tuesday.
No, I saw that today at work. They're not there right now.
Yeah, but all that even being said, I can't keep denying Miami.
I'm going Miami in this game again. I'm going to say the Canes are getting to the championship.
It's the toughness. I mean, there is just something different about the way Miami's playing defensively right now that is fear-inducing for any offense they're going to go up against. And again, if you're shorthanded on your assistants and where they are right now, again, Charlie Weiss Jr. has been great. Trinidad Chambliss has been great.
Right.
Lacey out of the backfield, running back, has been great.
Yeah.
Trey Wallace has been great. There are so many good pieces, so many great stories for Ole Miss. I can't deny Miami anymore.
I mean, and think about it. Carson Beck has done basically exactly what he's needed.
He's played his role,
right?
He's played his role.
Yeah,
and I think that's been the big theme of these playoffs: is which team is better on that given day. And I think those in every single instance, that's what we've seen come out victorious. Which team? Not this great individual performance really catapulted the team. No, which team has played better? Those have been the victors of these games so far. Again, Miami playing its complementary brand of football right now. The defense attacking. I think, God Almighty, the Canes are going to roll on to the national championship.
So I was looking at what this says. So 2 of the coaches are staying. That's Weiss and the running backs coach.
The running back coach.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Joe Cox, who Mallard Creek coach, and has pretty much Ole Miss. He's been a little bit everywhere. UNC Charlotte. I don't know if you remember him from a few years back. He, who's the tight ends coach and co-offensive coordinator, and receivers coach, passing game coordinator George McDonald are going. They will not be there. So 2 of the 4 are still going to be there.
That's not what I saw today.
Well,
I saw that the only one was Charlie Weiss Jr. The rest of them were already gone to LSU.
Well, this was.
But anyway, let's move on. Harry, so what do you got about this game? Mark and I are going with Miami. Who are you picking? What are you thinking?
I'll make this brief. I've picked against Miami 2 straight weeks, and the defense has really shown up both games.
They're listening, so be careful.
This game is being played in
Fiesta Bowl.
The Fiesta Bowl.
It's in Glendale, Arizona.
A little bit of a closer game.
Biggest game in Arizona this year.
Yes.
And last year.
The Hurricanes are a 3.5-point favorite right now. The over-under.
Come on, Harry, just pick.
Stop looking at over-unders.
Okay, I'll just tell you right now.
You got oddballs.
I've been 0 for 2 picking against Miami. I ain't making it 0 for 3.
Darn, I might need to change my pick.
Canes.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to tell you right now.
You're wearing a Hurricanes jersey right now.
I'm going to tell you right now. I won't even be remotely surprised if Ole Miss wins the football game.
I mean, look, honestly, at this point, either one of these games could go either way.
And I think this might be the better of the 2 games.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Bryson, you're saying...
Is it illegal to change your pick?
No.
You
didn't say it yet.
You didn't say what your pick was.
I know, but I've already marked it. I'm just going to do some doodling here.
Hey, by the way, this is purely just so Miami loses the game now because they've done everything. This is a curse.
That's why I'm saying I want to change my pick now.
And with no further analysis, that's my analysis because Harry picked Miami. So I will be going with the Rebels. And
who you picked last week to win, and you were the only one of us that did.
Well, Big Steve did, but Big Steve doesn't count. He's off in Chick-fil-A land somewhere.
Here. But, are you kidding me? He picked Louisiana Monroe to win because he didn't bring Chick-fil-A.
All right, so you're going the Ole Miss Rebels.
I'm going Ole Miss, yeah.
All right.
We'll rub with the Rebels.
So then on Friday night...
Elliot is not going to be happy with us. Elliot is not going to be happy with us.
All right. Friday night at 7:30, we'll have the second game, Oregon against Indiana. I believe this is the Peach Bowl, right?
Yes.
Atlanta.
And it is the 3rd straight week that we're going to say this. It's really hard to beat the same team twice in one year.
Right.
And guess who beat Oregon back in October?
In Eugene, I believe.
Yes. That
30-20 on October 11th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just, hey, real quick. Coming into this game, these two teams have a combined record of 27-1. And in the quarterfinals, outscored their opponents 61-3. They're both averaging 40 points a game on offense and allowing less than 17 on defense.
You know, when he just said that combined record and there was that one loss, who would have put a lot of money down to say at one point, oh, yeah, that has to be Indiana's loss?
No, and think about it. Who's that loss? It's Oregon, and who did they lose to?
Indiana.
Yeah. God, just self-inflicted wounds everywhere, right? Like, you turn on the tape, and to Brian's point about Dante Moore, has not been a very – it's not been – like week one wasn't bad.
Yeah.
James Madison wasn't bad. Last week, you're not finishing drives, to what Harry had said about that. I think that tape is out there. You see 2 games of that right now, and now you're going against a better defense than you played last week.
You're going against a better defense than you played when you played them the first time.
That is also correct. Yeah. And this one again down in Atlanta, Indiana. It's the way that they are playing football right now. Between them and Miami, I'm telling you, it's almost like a possessed kind of football, to the point where both of them are on a collision course towards each other right now for the Natty. And I'm so excited. I didn't get to say this. It's Kurt Signetti and Dan Lanning. It's the Maniac Bowl. They're both freaks. They're just absolute madmen at the head coaching position. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Against Harry, I think this is the better of the 2 games.
Really?
I think this is the better, because again, revenge factor there. Oregon last week, mad they lost against Ohio State in their first round game last year. Yeah. They take out their frustrations on Texas Tech. Now they go into this one with more revenge on the
So the thing here is,
they shot their wad.
But here's the thing. Yes, it's hard to beat a team
twice in 1 year.
Twice in 1 year.
Yes,
but I don't see in this game as them being able to beat Indiana. I just don't see it. Indiana's just playing the best football of anybody.
If we get Oregon's offense from last week in this game,
they're not going to beat them. I just don't see it. And I'm on Indiana. I think Indiana wins this game. And I'm going to be with Harry. I think the other game might be a better game than this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is that Indiana, again, the number 1 defense in the country. And I think Texas Tech was a good barometer of how you're going to do against a solid defense, because, again, I think they're the 3rd best defense in the country. So, they were able to move the ball.
Yep.
They weren't able to finish.
Yep.
They're going to struggle more to move that ball. And listen, if there's one guy that's left in the college football playoff you want to have coaching against a team like that, it's Dan Lanning for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, listen, I think Oregon's going to be prepared. I don't know if there's enough there offensively for the Ducks to get over that hump and hurdle of putting it in the end zone. Because, again, field goals aren't going to win this for you. But that, on the flip side of this, let's go ahead and flip it. The defense for Oregon is riding a massive high right now.
Yeah.
And
True.
The last time that we saw Indiana go against a solid defense was Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. So this will be a different animal for them too, to see how they do. I'm gonna, in this situation specifically, what I feel like this year, I'm gonna take the devil I know versus the devil I don't, and the devil I know right now is Kurt Signetti and the Hoosiers. So I'm not picking against Indiana.
Nope.
Indiana.
Well,
short and sweet.
I really thought you were going to say Oregon. I was like, wow, you're really trying to go 0-2 this week.
No.
Yeah, I can't.
All right, so we'll skip the little commercial. Let's step it up a level. Go to the NFL. We'll do a quick Week 18 reviews until we get to the coaching firings and the playoffs real quick. Patriots 38, Dolphins 10.
AFC East champs, which would already happen, and Drake May is going to be MVP.
No.
We'll see. All right.
Please.
I'll let Bryson go next. Commanders 24, Eagles 17.
I'll be quick. Eagles didn't play their starters. We played a 40-year-old guy that's played for every team in the NFL. We won the game, and now we fell from 5th to 7th in the draft, and we got the 7th pick, and I'm pissed.
Do you know the Eagles let you win that football game, by the way?
Sure.
They don't want you getting a better draft spot.
No.
I speak that because the Bills did that to me last year.
Yeah.
All right. Next
That's what
up.
happens. Pissed.
Steelers 26, Ravens 24.
See that?
Sunday Night Football, the way the season ends, was just lovely.
You see that bottle of water on the table right in front of Harry?
Yeah.
This must be the same one that the priest rolled out there with the holy water before the game.
That end zone, by the way.
There's that end zone. I know it. Hey, Steelers-Ravens, man. It never fails. That said, never in doubt. I was sweating bullets. Bonkers fourth quarter. Both teams competing the whole way up to that, and then 4 straight possessions where there is a lead change up until the final possession with 44-yard. Tyler Loop can't get it. It is funny. This is the pretty neat one. There have been over 60,000 field goal attempts in NFL history. Let's sink in. Tyler Loop's miss on Sunday night is the only one of those attempts that came as time expired in the fourth quarter in the final week, with both teams' playoff hopes resting solely on the result of that kick.
So for you stat guys out there, it means when the pressure's on for the division at the end of the season,
don't have your kicker.
Yeah, don't kick it.
Don't be that guy.
Analytics says don't kick it.
Don't kick it. But that be said, 2.5 minutes left. That's exactly what you brought Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh for.
Mm-hmm.
That is exactly why you brought him to Pittsburgh.
And real quick, I'll add this. It had a very, especially now that John Harbaugh has been let go, had a very Duke Carolina feel to it when Carolina essentially put Coach K into early retirement.
Yeah, it was like win or go home, and that was very literal for the coaches because it felt like whoever lost that was getting fired.
Last up, Buccaneers 16, Panthers 14. Panthers just struggled on offense once again.
Why?
And
a flea flicker in the rain.
A flea flicker in the rain and fumbled the ball.
Because it was the thing that least expected.
Yeah. And
I like Duke Gresham.
That was the game, kind of the game right there. Flea flicker. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't do anything on offense. They were lucky it was 16-14. However, my team ends up winning the NFC South because the next day the Falcons beat the Saints. 3-way tie. Panthers hold the tiebreaker over the Bucs.
Congratulations
and the Falcons,
to Raheem Morris.
And they're in the playoffs. And then Falcons coach won 4 games in a row, and we're going to talk about that. He got fired.
Which, let's talk about this real quick. That's consecutive seasons where a coach won his final game and got fired the next day. Because it happened to Gerard Mayo the year before.
That's right. All right, so let's go on to the quick coach firings. Here at the end of the season, Jonathan Gannon from the Cardinals, Pete
Black Monday,
Carroll from the Raiders,
not surprising,
Kevin Stefanski from the Browns, and Raheem Morris from the Falcons.
That was the only one that actually truly surprised.
Raheem Morris was technically fired on Sunday night.
Well, he was. That's true. That is true.
Him and the GM.
But you know what, though? That's a little bit surprising. He was 16 and 18 in 2 years.
That one,
I don't think it's surprising.
Right? I think that my guess is there's probably a little bit of. Is Arthur Blank still on the team?
Yes.
Probably a little bit of direction change he wants to go with the GM and coaching staff based on personnel. So
possible.
Hey, look, there's suddenly a pretty quality coach out there in the field.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about that. So today, John Harbaugh was fired.
Was he fired or was he?
No, he was fired.
No, he's fired.
Where is he going to end up, boys?
I'm telling you, if I'm Atlanta, I'm doing everything in my power to get him.
Bryson, you want to jump in here?
Yeah.
We were talking about this before the show. Go ahead.
And I said the same thing. Baltimore getting rid of Harbaugh it's how soon do you want to get rid of him? He's been there for 18 years. How quickly do you want to do that?
Years.
But when you do that, and especially now, he's going to have success pretty much immediately wherever he goes, right? So. But listen, the place where he's most likely to do that is Atlanta, and I think Atlanta is probably the most put together out of all of these groups that you have. I just think it's a good fit. I think he sees it that way. Of course, Atlanta sees it that way. So if you're looking at just percentage-wise of who has the higher chance to get him at the moment, it's the Falcons.
All right. Harry?
I mean, the Falcons are easily the best opening.
Oh, I was going to say the Falcons are the best opening and should be where he goes, but I think he stays in the AFC North.
Harry, he's not going to Cleveland.
I think he stays in the AFC North.
He's not going to Cleveland.
I think he goes to Cleveland.
You think he wants to play ball with Shadur Sanders?
They don't have a quarterback.
Did they have a quarterback before Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, they had Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
I'm trying to throw Joe Flacco under the bus for a second.
He's at the Browns now. You know where I think?
No, he's with the Bengals, actually.
Oh, that's right.
He started the year with the Bengals.
All right. You were connecting my dots for me, by the way.
I'll give you a wild one. You know where I think he goes?
Don't say Arizona. Don't say it. No,
AFC West.
Yeah, the Vegas Raiders.
Yep.
Boy, would that not be fun to have the Harbaugh brothers coaching against each other?
I think Jim. Sorry, wrong one. John is smart enough to also know this. Like, you've been in the league 18 years. You have really good success running the football. Every single year with Baltimore, you had Ray Rice. You had Mark Ingram. You had Derrick Henry. You had guys who could run the football pretty much the entire time he was there. So, really, you've either got the real young buck and Ashton Genty. You can go try to get him right. That includes the offensive line. So, good luck. Or you just go to Atlanta, where there's Bijan Robinson, who can run like a demon.
All right. Here's what I say.
I was going to say, I got to tell you, if I'm John Harbaugh, you know where I want to go?
Where?
Giants.
Huh? You know what? That's the other one.
Cam Scatterboot and Jackson Dart.
And your Jackson Dart.
And so you have a quarterback, for sure, in that situation.
A young quarterback.
A defense that is fiery, on the field way too often to actually be effective this year.
All right.
That's not good.
That's a good.
I forgot about that.
So here's the thing. Because
it was done a while ago.
Hey,
this is true.
I think by our next show next Tuesday,
he'll have a job.
He already has a job.
He'll have a job.
If I'm the Giants, I'm banging down his door.
Well, because he has to. Like, because there's going to be way too many suitors that are already in contact with him.
Yep.
It'll be between Atlanta and the Giants.
All right. So 100%. Let's go playoffs. Let's pick games.
Playoffs.
Let's start off with the Rams at the Panthers.
Hard to beat a good team twice in the same year.
Yeah, you said good team,
and especially the
Rams are a good team. with the other MVP candidate.
I'm going to go Rams here. But would it not be the most Panther thing to eliminate one of the teams that's very good?
Oh, yeah.
So after backing into the playoffs.
How did they lose? How did they end their season? They lost to the Bucks, and they lost to the Seahawks. Did they lose to the Bucks that first time they played them?
No, they beat them.
That game.
And then they
at home.
Beat them at home.
The prior game, who did they play prior to the Bucks? They lost.
Seattle.
They lost. No, prior to the Buccaneers the first time, they lost 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, they're not doing so hard.
No, the Panthers have lost 3 of the last.
They lost to the Saints.
Saints, yes.
Yeah, that's right. So then they beat. Yes,
I think the Rams are going to win.
I knowing what you know now. Yeah. Your second visit to Charlotte is probably going to be a little bit more peaceful for the old boys from LA Rams with the MVP Matthew Stafford,
especially if it's 70 degrees out there.
It's supposed to be raining. 70% chance of rain on Saturday.
Well, it's okay. Chuba can't handle the football.
The Panthers didn't exactly play well in the rain. So.
All right, next up, Packers at Bears.
It's been a while since I've said this, but the Bears have looked pretty good despite their loss the other night.
2 in a row, actually.
Well, yeah, but losing to the Lions is what I was specifically talking about. Right. That being said, I have no faith in the Packers. None. I have zero faith.
I said at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
I'm on the Bears here.
I got the Bears.
The one thing that does give me some hesitation is how bad the Bears have been against the Packers.
Yeah,
true.
And just there's that thing. It's just the ghost of Aaron Rodgers is just lingering.
How have the Bears done against the Packers this year?
Well, they beat them. They split.
They split.
Yeah.
Hard to beat a good team twice in the same year.
Well, one of them.
Someone's going to though. Someone's going to. I'm going the Bears.
All right.
The Bears.
All right, Bills and Jaguars. I have these lined up. So the first 2 games are on Saturday. The next 3 are on Sunday, just so you know.
This all comes down to if James Cook is running the ball for the Bills. Because James Cook...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Who else is running the ball? I mean, outside of Josh Allen.
He's hurt.
James Cook's hurt?
Is he not hurt? I could have sworn that they...
this is the thing. He comes on here, just says random stuff.
He's like,
Who had the foot injury?
I don't think it's James Cook.
Well, I'll jump in here. I'm going Jaguars in this game. They're the home team.
Yep.
I think they're going to surprise the Bills, and they're going to get past them.
Is it a surprise the way that Jacksonville's played this year? I mean, look,
I know, but
most 13-4.
Yeah, but most people in this game would favor the Bills with Josh Allen.
Yeah, because they're stupid and they don't see the one team that's more complete than the other. That's Jacksonville. Yeah. Liam Cohn, coach of the year, has them playing tremendously. Trevor Lawrence has been unlocked. He's on an absolute heater. I'm taking the Jags.
All right. Hey.
Which, by the way, the last time these 2 teams met in the playoffs, Jacksonville was at home and they won that game too.
I'm going to go Bills.
All right.
I think Josh Allen is due for a big one.
All right. Next up, 49ers at Eagles. 49ers have kind of struggled coming down the stretch here.
See, he's mad.
The Eagles have really coming, and not necessarily just coming down the stretch. The Eagles have struggled in the second half.
He's mad. Bryson is mad because his team won and they lost draft position. But my wife is pissed because they lost that game, and instead of playing the Packers,
They're playing
the 49ers.
49ers.
Now, here's the good news. Last 2 weeks, the 49ers defense has been terrible.
Their offense has been even worse.
And the guy that had replaced Fred Warner, I can't remember his name.
Did he get hurt?
He's done for the year. So
That's not going to bode well for the middle of that defense.
nope.
It's like there's things telling me like Kyle Shanahan's going to have these guys ready to go. George Kittle's going to be on the field. All these guys are going to get after it. Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy, no one on defense. Birds.
Yeah, I'm with Mark on this one. I think
Birds.
I think
I'll be the outlier. I'll go 49ers in this game. I think they're going to bounce back. Offense is going to click, and they're going to bounce back.
I think the Eagles are going to be methodical with the offensive side of the ball, and they're just going to keep the offense off the field for the Niners.
If you're also going matchup for matchup, that Eagles defense is real good.
Yeah.
Like real good.
All right, next up, Chargers and Patriots.
Do you have like are you jittery at all, Harry?
I'm not
do you
over.
Feel, you feel some butterflies?
I'll tell you right now, I'm not overconfident because the defense for the Chargers is not bad, like at all.
Justin Herbert back there playing football.
Yep. So, I mean, listen, I would rather play the Chargers than the Bills, which is what it was originally looking like in the first round. But get the LA boys out of LA, take them to the weather in New England, see how they do. I'm gonna rest my cap on the fact that the Patriots are playing really good football, especially since that slip up in the second half against the Bills. So, the defense is going to play well. I think this will probably be a low-scoring game. Drake May's not giving me a reason to pick against them in this game.
It's Patriots.
Yep. Pats.
Pats. I think the Chargers will be pretty competitive, at least going into the fourth quarter. But again, I think the physical nature of what New England brings with Mike Vrabel there, I think will be the difference in the fourth.
I'm sitting here playing this scenario in my head, and to me it screams like 21-17, 21-14 type of football game.
Should be noted that right now, talk about forecast for game day, there are supposed to be showers in the morning with some clearing in the afternoon for the time being.
Where, here?
No, Foxborough. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll monitor that.
Yeah.
Weather moves.
Texans at Steelers.
That's going to be a good football game.
What day of the week is it on?
Monday night. At home, the Steelers are like 24-0 on Monday night, correct, Mark?
Wait, what?
They were 23-0 before the last time they played on Monday night, right?
Has
Am I
there
right?
ever been a Monday night playoff
Hey,
game?
wait a minute. Am I right on the count? I thought so. Yeah. Because remember, I told Mark, but the law of averages, dude.
Yeah, but here's your biggest law of averages. When DK Metcalf is on the field, things are good for the Steelers.
But she's back this week.
Yes, he is.
At home.
On Monday night.
Not against the Lions.
On Monday night.
Good start.
Yeah, I didn't know they did Monday night playoff games.
It started like 2 years ago, I think.
I missed that memo.
Yeah.
I'm going Steelers. I think it'll be a great football
I'm going to go
game.
with the Texans.
Texans defensively as good as they come in the league, for sure. I think DK certainly helps there. There's just something about the Steelers on Monday night.
Yeah.
Give me Pittsburgh.
What unis are they going to wear?
Regular ones. Black and gold.
Bryson, who you got?
Going with the Steelers.
All right. Hey, we're like a minute over, but I want to bring up one of these quick recaps.
We closed the gap there real good. It was looking iffy.
I want to bring up one of these quick recaps. Did you see Micah Shrewsbury versus the referee? Notre Dame coach going after ref. Like, here's the question.
Wait. Former Penn State coach, current Notre Dame coach.
If he got to him, what was he going to do?
Boy, what we like to know.
I mean, look at it like this. Here's what I got to say.
Television.
Extremely bad look. Hey, extremely bad look for Notre Dame.
What, you mean another one?
Oh.
I mean, here's my thing.
They're piling these things up like the wins they got in the regular season against terrible competition.
Here's my thing. Bobby Knight threw a chair onto the
court.
Passion.
I got nothing wrong with a little firiness out of an old Catholic.
I don't know. He didn't charge another man.
Yeah, he didn't charge the referee.
He didn't charge another man. He threw it into the middle of an empty floor.
Yeah, I'm sitting there wondering, like, what could he have done? Like, what was so egregious that
I mean, the foul was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
it was a pretty egregious.
Yeah, but you've seen that before. I mean, like,
we've seen worse. I see it. It's almost a nightly basis with Shea Alexander. Yeah, it's bad. SGA.
I mean, it was pretty bad, but still, that's not
as bad as what he did.
Yeah, exactly. So, all All right, boys, it's been a fun hour and 3 minutes here on the Sports Recap on WAME 92.9 FM, 550 AM. Watch the playoff games this weekend. They start on Thursday, and they go all the way till Monday. And we'll be back next Tuesday night to discuss them all and review our picks.
Go Pats.
See you next week.
TJ Watt had 2 more picks than the Jets.
Is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Michael Reagan, the eldest son of President Ronald Reagan and a conservative commentator, has died. He was 80 years of age. The Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation and Institute announced his death in a post on the social platform X on Tuesday, calling him a steadfast guardian of his father's legacy. His cause of death was not immediately announced. Reagan was a contributor to the Newsmax television network and was known for his talk radio program, The Michael Reagan Show.